beautiful Aquarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of September right through the end of October 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aquarians, this is your singles love reading for those of you who are currently looking for love. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to the energy. But just to let you know, there are 6 planets in retrograde, which means it can be a little bit of a difficult time to find love, okay? So I'm not going to lie to you. Things could be a little bit delayed further, but it doesn't mean it cannot happen, because we also have a clash between Venus, the planet of love, and that erratic planet Uranus, okay, which can bring shocking changes. So suddenly there can be love out of the blue. So, hope is not lost during this period, but know that it can be a time where you're a little bit more focused on yourself, okay? Now, in particular, my beautiful Aquarians, your second house of value is starred, and you'll be influenced by that, as well as your 8th house of finances. So this is all about you, how you value yourself, how you love yourself fully, build healthier boundaries, strong self-esteem, have confidence in yourself, and build a strong foundation before you welcome love into your vicinity. People need to realize that love starts with the self first, because then we build a foundation on basically of respect, of how we respect ourselves. As I said, your second house of value, how you value yourself, and whether you're getting what you truly deserve in life in general is actually starred for you. And then, of course, the 8th house about finances, money, things like that. So your focus may not be 100% on love at this time, but it would be nice if it came in, okay, if you're looking for it, if you've been looking for it long term. But your main attention will not be will not be focused 100% on love. Let's put it that way. I'm just going to get, as I said, all your cards first. There is definitely a romantic attraction coming in for you. You've got the card of romance. You've got the Lovers card here. This is the outcome position, just so you're aware. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What do they need to know regarding their singles love situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Okay, we get 3 more, and then we'll get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? We've got Page of Swords, and we've also got the Queen of Swords. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. Let's go one more on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Thank you. Because my guides just held up a finger, like one more, okay? So let's get straight to it. Now, the first card here is about respect. So this is your protagonist energy. You're looking for reciprocal energy from a counterpart. Remember, sometimes, especially the society that we've built in terms of humanity, we tend to romanticize looking for the one. We feel like we're looking for our other half. That instantly gives away our power, like something within ourselves is missing. There is nothing missing within ourselves, okay? So changing a viewpoint is so important when it comes to love. Remember, my beautiful Aquarians, you are the one, and you are attracting a divine counterpart that matches your frequency, okay? So there's nothing missing within you. You're not looking for your other half. Yes, they will be your counterpart in a partnership, but remember, it is two. It is not, it is two entities coming together, not to make a whole, but to enjoy a union together. Because whenever we feel like we are searching for our other half, we actually feel like, number one, something is missing, and we are looking outside ourselves to complete ourselves. And that is an unhealthy viewpoint, very romanticized, of course, but it robs us of our power and of our foundation. And my guides have been very, very clear about that over the last couple of years. They want people to be aware. So we've got number 40 there. When you reduce it, 4 plus 0 is 4, of course, which is about building solid foundations. It's about ownership of yourself. It is about you being complete all by yourself. It's also Emperor energy, which is about you focusing on your own inner power, relying on yourself. This is the energy that you're sort of influenced by right now, and you may be in a sort of stream of consciousness where you're actually focused a little bit more on ambition, on money. If you've retired, for example, it may be you being very resourceful, thinking about the home space. You got the Queen of Pentacles here, which is also the Queen of Abundance, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. So you're focusing on how you value yourself and what you bring to the table. And by respecting yourself and your boundaries and building healthier sort of boundaries there, you're actually teaching others how you like to be respected in love. Okay, by some things you accept some things and some things you do not accept. By standing, okay, they're giving me a very harsh sentence. I really don't like it, but I understand it. Okay, thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. They're giving me this sentence, which it is, maybe it's something that you've come across recently, or it's something you always say, but it's a sentence that I find very, very harsh. But anyway, let's go for it. Let's tell you what they're giving me. You must stand for something, otherwise you'll fall for anything. Okay, so I feel like it's about realizing what you want in the world, what kind of love you want, what you will accept, what you won't accept, and sticking to your morals on that, or sticking to your decision on that. Because, you know, I feel like you're respecting yourself, especially because of that second house influence. And, you know, you're valuing yourself a lot more than you did. Because sometimes, and my guides gave me this a couple of weeks ago, and I found it very profound. Sometimes well, not sometimes, most of the time they gave me, we deserve a lot more than we actually want. Okay, we deserve a lot more than we actually want. So if you've gravitated towards situations in the past that were not healthy, or were not, did not give you peace of mind, or, you know, made you feel like you were not enough, or robbed you of confidence, I feel like this is about you releasing those situations and empowering yourself. Okay, we've got the Justice card, which is about balance. I mean, it's number 8 here in the Major Arcana. Normally the Justice card is number 11, so with it being number 8, this means your focus is on yourself. This is your protagonist energy, and I feel like you're making some adjustments in your world to maybe even allow love to come on in. We've got the so we got the 4 of Swords there, which is basically, you know, you going off grid, perhaps healing from something in the past, recuperating, but it's a solitary energy where you've taken a break. You've taken a break from dating, or you've taken yourself out, maybe to focus on family responsibilities, or to focus on money, or to focus on, you know, buying a home and setting up home, being very independent. But now I feel with the Justice card, this is about you being really honest with yourself, because number 8 is the number of the self, and the Justice card is about honesty, about truth, and you're making adjustments. Where have you buried your head in life and not focused on love? For example, if we've been hurt in the past, or love has just not come our way in the way that we'd hoped for, sometimes we put our attention elsewhere to stop thinking about love. We start to almost believe that love is not coming for us. So we focus our attention on our family, or on money, or, you know, buying a home, or, you know, we focus our attention elsewhere to not think about love. So the Justice card in this position actually means you're taking responsibility for your actions. And if you've not been in the dating game for a while, suddenly you're going to feel compelled to get back on in and make adjustments. So for example, you may be working really hard. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who has a plan, a financial plan, someone who really commits to that financial plan and gives a lot of attention to the home life, building comfort. It's almost like you're coming out of a comfort zone, okay? This is a card of protection, and so is number 4, the 4 of Swords. So this is a card of being protected, guarding your heart after a period of either love not being in the mix or going through a breakup of some sorts. So it's like if you've been a homebody or you've been focusing on other things, you're going to make some decisions to make adjustments in your world where you start to apply the law of cause and effect. Okay, so for example, if you've not been looking for love, you know, I feel like you're going to put yourself out there a little bit more, whether it's online dating or you're going to RSVP and go to an event. There's definitely an energy of you changing your circumstances, and it's almost like the first step, okay? Because the Justice card is about you finding a solution to whatever you feel has been hindering your pursuit of love. If you've been feeling lack of motivation, perhaps you've been feeling a little bit like loss of interest or loss of libido, because I mean, collectively we've all gone through a major sort of trauma with the pandemic, etc., etc. So I feel you've had other focuses at this time, but now you're starting to focus on yourself. Remember, finding love is also self-care, okay? Finding love within yourself, for yourself, but also finding love as in a counterpart, a partnership, is also an act of self-care, okay? It's okay to be single as well and be independent. Not everybody comes to this lifetime wanting to be in a loving relationship. You know, they're really content with having friendships and soul tribe members and just being content to be on their own. So it depends on what category you fall into, but because this is a singles love reading, I do see you trying to attract new love. Even though we got the Judgment card here, I do feel like there's someone who tends to think about you a lot, someone that you may have already been with, an ex. I feel like this person keeps a track on you. And because we have Mercury in retrograde, you may see a resurgence of this person. They try to re-enter your stratosphere is what they're showing me. But I see that you actually don't want that person back. You want to move on to new, okay? But you will have a choice. They want you to be aware you do have a choice. Now, the Four of Swords is you getting really comfortable with uncertainty, okay? As soon as I touch this song, as soon as I touch this card, I'm getting a song, okay? Okay. Every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Every day is a faded sign. I get a bit closer to feeling fine. Okay, that was a very fast song. It just came in like, yeah. Every day is a winding road. Okay, this song, you know, I want to say it's Sheryl Crow. That's what I want to say, but I'm probably wrong. So, you know, I will look that up after this reading. I'm not really 100% sure on that. Every day is a winding road. So I just said that you're getting comfortable with uncertainty, and that song, Every Day is a Winding Road. So it's almost like you're taking each day as it comes. But as you are not even probably aware at the moment, you're actually closer and closer and closer to finding a divine counterpart, to finding love, okay? Just so you're aware. But the Four of Swords is, now they're playing the song again, so that means I haven't quite hit the nail on the head with that song. So this could be something that you've been hearing in your mind, going over and over, this particular song, or you could hear it on the radio just before this reading, or just after, or in the next 4 or 5 weeks, just before you meet somebody. It's almost like a catalyst for change. It's your guides sort of informing you on your physical plane that there is a change in your romantic status. That just when you hear this song, it means you're about to meet somebody new. Okay, because there's someone new coming into your energy. So I just want you to be aware of that. So yeah, it's gone now. The Four of Swords is a card of contemplation, taking some time out to get clarity. Also, as you can see, she's literally resting on the moon, and the moon represents uncertainty, fears, okay? And it's like you are content to be by yourself, okay? You've been, you're very independent. You've been getting some rest. You've been taking care of your own needs. This is a card of focusing on your own sort of self-care routines. And you may have found the dating game a little bit boring, or you may have felt like it has been difficult. So you've just removed yourself, because this card comes after the Three of Swords, which is all about difficulty. Could also be heartbreak if you've been in a relationship in the past that did not go in the way that you'd expected or hoped for. There's definitely an energy here of recouping your energy, healing, and meditation. Some of you may have been trying to connect to source or ask for signs from the universe as to the direction of love, because it's almost like, where is love? In the meantime, I see you being really responsible with a goal or a dream. I feel like you are really being realistic, and it's almost like you're conserving yourself. I don't feel like you're saving yourself for the one, because I feel like you've been a little bit more busy than that. I feel like you're actually protecting your wonderful heart. You're looking to settle down with somebody. You're looking for a relationship that obviously respects, and some of you may have children already from previous experiences, so you may have been focusing on the family unit. Not everybody who comes to this reading is going to have children, of course, but there's an energy here of you multiplying your wealth, focusing on your finances, and this is a very heavy influence from the 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house is all about like mortgages, banking, loans, paying off debts, savings, and things like that, where you put your money. And because you're influenced with that, this is you like focusing on your goals and dreams. Some of you may be wanting to buy a home, or you've just bought a home, or you're trying to sort of set up a life of comfort and luxury for yourself. And you're like, you know what, Baba, I don't even have time to find love right now. I'm just doing me. So that Justice card indicates you're going to be making some adjustments, some that you may not even be aware of. It allows romance to come in. Be open to love, okay? We've got, in the resistance position, we've got confusion. Now, it's number 21. Now, number 21 is the World card, so that indicates a new cycle. But because this is the resistance position, it can mean that we've got it in the reverse. So it can mean that there is some sort of unfinished business, or there is something that you're connected to that hasn't closed out properly. So because we've got the Judgment card here as well, this is the card of second chances. Okay, so there could be someone here who wants to come back on in to reach out to you to try and start again, or heal a connection with you. Absolution is a word that they're giving me in the water right now, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and this may cause you some confusion. We've got it in the reverse, so it's almost like someone that perhaps you've been avoiding, or you've been reluctant to sort of restart something with. This person could reach out to you, but there's a lot of baggage to unpick there. Now, there's going to be some Aquarians out there that want to, I'll come to that image in a moment. They're showing me another image in the water right now. There may be some Aquarians out there who want to reconnect with that person. Now, can you connect to that person? Of course you can, but there needs to be an honest, open conversation with this person. There's something here that you do not trust. Perhaps there's trust issues, or you feel like they're not telling you something. This person is very mysterious, and you may have been denying this person entrance back to your world because you've been a little bit confused as to whether you want to be with this person or not. Part of you feels like there was some sort of there's a bond between you and this person. You may feel that this person is meant to be the one, okay? But it's been very difficult, and I just get this energy of it shouldn't be this hard, okay? Now, can you heal it with this person? The answer is yes. But the universe is actually setting you up with somebody new. There is a new person coming into the mix. Pages tend to bring new energy. Okay, so I feel like you will be talking to somebody new, but there's someone here that you haven't been talking to for a while who's going to reach out. And that Mercury retrograde influence can be the catalyst for that sort of thing. So the Judgment card in this position indicates that you're it's almost like you're at a fork in the road. You're reaching for a new life. And in order to do that, we need to release the things that hinder us. Now, there's going to be a lot of you out there that's like, Baba, I went through that experience. I do not want it back. Remember, sometimes this time period, the Mercury retrograde, can give us a time, all of us, to pause. 6 planets in retrograde is not always a negative thing. It allows things to slow down so that we can really take some time to contemplate our next move in order for us to really see things. So the planetary alignments, they move in accordance to what is necessary and needed at that point. But because our human brains are like, no, I want this now, I want that now, I want it to be like that, or it should be like that, sometimes we feel a little bit of a push and pull with the energy during this time period. Now, it doesn't mean that you want a person from the past back. It can mean that this time period makes us very nostalgic. So we start to think of the things from the past that did not go well, how we would do things differently so that we can empower ourselves, but also it can make us realize that perhaps we haven't cut a cord completely, or we've still got some unresolved issues from a previous experience that is influencing the way we approach love going forward. For example, if you've been hurt in the past by somebody, got cheated on, or just you found it very difficult to find love, it can make you feel very guarded or feel very anxious that what if I meet somebody who will do the same? Or you've been out of the dating game for a while, you feel a little bit nervous and you feel reluctant to get back in because it feels very overwhelming emotionally. So it's about looking at the things that may be hindering our path, that may be stopping us or preventing us ourselves from reaching for something new and letting it go. Because we got the Ten of Wands. Now the Ten of Wands is a lot of baggage, but also it's a very important card. It doesn't just mean baggage. It means you've gone through a strong period of personal growth. You're blossoming. Okay, as you can see, this figure here has got all that blooming flowers, that bouquet of flowers on their back. So they've gone through a major personal growth period, and it is difficult. Okay, it feels like we got the weight of the world on our shoulders. But when we get to the Ten of Wands energy, it means you're clearing space for new beginnings. Okay, you're letting go of the baggage. You're releasing all that has hindered you or felt heavy. And I feel like it's now time for a new beginning. Okay. The Page of Swords tends to mean a new focus, okay? It's like being curious about what's new, what's out there, and sort of really being brave enough to overcome any obstacles and start finding a solution. This is a card of calculated risk, or taking a move in another direction, leading with the heart, but allowing the head to overcome any blockages, okay? When we get the Page of Swords as well, as you can see, this Page of Swords in particular, spreading the seed. So it's almost like coming out of a comfort zone. It's almost like unlearning everything that we've learned before about love. For example, feeling like we are half a person looking for our other half. It's about learning the good stuff, the positive stuff that empowers ourselves, and releasing the negative things that may have got in our path, the narratives that we may have told ourselves from previous experiences. And I'm talking like, for example, if you were bullied as a child, or a teenager, sometimes that can knock your confidence. And whilst you may not look back on those time periods, and you don't really want to think about those things, they may have influenced the way that you operate as a human. You may feel a little bit more insular or nervous or anxious when you're meeting new people. You may feel like you're not good enough or you're not attractive enough. Your guides want you to be aware that actually you are a beautiful soul who brings a lot to the table in love. You bring security. You really know yourself. There's an energy here of you meditating, being very peaceful, putting your own needs first, loving yourself fully, and realizing that actually you're a catch, okay? You're someone who's hardworking, you're committed, but also you're loyal. This is a card of loyalty. It's a card of, it's almost like you're very grounded, but also very intelligent as well. You know when you need to take some time out for you. And, a lot of people don't realize when they need to just sort of like take a step back and realize how great they are, or how they need strength, or how they need to rest. So I feel like you're learning all of those things about yourself, and it's raising you up, okay? Page of Swords also indicates there's news. Pages bring news, so I feel like you will be talking to somebody new after a period of not talking to somebody new. This is because it's in the resistance position, it's like you get it in the reverse. But by the end of October, it will be in the upright. So if there's someone that you haven't heard from for a while, they may reach out, and you may feel like this person is bad news, or you just don't want to connect to that person because you've got your mind set on a new focus, on looking further afield. But there is somebody here who keeps thinking about you, who has, I say hidden feelings, but I feel like you know who this person is. I feel like you disconnected from this person. There's a lot of baggage with this person, and I feel like you're trying to sort of cleanse your energy so that you can move to fresher pastures, as it were. Now, we've also got the outcome position, and we've got romance, okay? Now, again, it's number 8. So you're in an energy of connecting to what you need in love, okay? Not putting other people's needs. you're meeting them in a reciprocal energy. 8 also is the infinity sign, which means there are infinite possibilities to you for you to open up to romance. Okay, so there's definitely romance on the cards for you. This is what's headed your way. And we've got the Lovers card. But as you can see, the Lovers card, there's 3 people here, which means there is a choice. So there could be someone here that you have a cycle with, or you've been in a cycle with. You're letting go of that person because it just goes round and round in circles and it just doesn't go anywhere. So some of you, you may be connected to your twin flame and feel like, it's really difficult. This person is not spiritually ascending in the way that I had hoped, and you may be disconnecting from that energy and moving into a new energy with a soulmate. But the Lovers card indicates that there is a soulmate, a divine union on the cards for you. There is a partnership that is deep, it is connected, it is unified, harmonious. Okay, it's a flourishing relationship. There's someone here who's attracted to you. I'm going to pull a card and see where you may meet this person, but it is in reciprocity. Okay, and I feel like you and this person, it's a relationship that leads to a higher level of commitment. Okay, we've got the Moon card, which represents uncertainty, but it also is a very positive energy where suddenly emotions come to the surface. It tends to represent the universe behind the scenes is bringing you an opportunity to connect to your heart's desire. It means, suddenly there's a great opportunity in life, in love, that has been hidden in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to illuminate itself for you. So I feel like you've been very clever by, focusing on yourself. And by clever, I mean, you've learned the lesson. Some people do not learn the lessons. They keep coming back. If you find that there is a lesson that keeps coming up in your world, it means you haven't completely closed it out. But I feel like you're moving on. The Moon card also means intuitively you know who the person is who's meant for you. Okay, we've got the High Priestess, again, all about intuition. As you can see, this figure here, she's been behind the curtains. So it's almost like she's peeking out and she's got the ship there ready to set sail. You're ready. You're ready to embark on a new journey of love. No more hiding in the shadows. Allow yourself to be seen. If you've been a homebody, because these 2 cards indicate that you've been a solitary energy who's perhaps been focusing more on home life, or, it just feels like things have become a little bit stagnant in your love relationship, I feel like you're getting out there. I feel like you're actually going to launch this new journey. And it's a very deeply emotional, romantic connection, full of passion as well. And we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is an interesting one because it highlights your independence. Okay, this is a Libran energy. It's about you being good all by yourself. You don't need anybody, but you want somebody. And there is a loving relationship heading on into the mix here. When you first meet this new person, you may not feel like they have feelings for you, because I feel like your logical brain is like, no, this person could not be interested in me. But this person is, this new person is. I'm going to pull some cards, as I said. The Queen of Swords is someone who looks to the future, not to the past. Okay, someone who's built a very healthy boundary, respects herself, has strong self-esteem. Again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. The Queen of Swords lets go of any false truths or narratives, like fear. Fear is a false truth. It is a false evidence appearing real. It is the ego that tells us that we're not good enough, or we're not attractive enough, or there must be something wrong with us because there's a delay. I don't care whether you are 75, 92, or whether you're 19, 25, whatever age you are capable of love and attracting love, okay? And that's what's headed on into the mix for you. There's a loving relationship coming on in. But as you can see, I feel like you're planting roots elsewhere. You're not allowing the past to come in and infiltrate. I just want you to, they're showing me this thing, so please take it as it resonates. They're just giving me this energy, and I feel like it's probably a quote somewhere, but they're not giving me the quote in the water. They're just giving me the energy. And it's like, the past always resurfaces just as you're about to move on to something brighter, something better. Okay, so remember, if you're connected to somebody and they keep reaching out, the moment you're about to leave their energy or you meet somebody new, it means they just want to grasp back at you and pull you back in. Okay, so it's brighter where you're headed, but it's almost like the darkness always comes to sort of try and grab you back. So they just give me this energy of the past trying to suck you back in. just as you're about to meet somebody new. So watch out for any returns, especially during Mercury retrograde. This person may not be telling you the full story, okay? And they may even have somebody else, or they may have had a child with somebody else and they're not telling you about it, okay? That's what's coming up. So that's someone from the past. Let me just pull a couple of cards on this High Priestess and the Moon. Can you please guide my beautiful Aquarians? What are they meant to be aware of? New start. Ten of Swords, okay? Ten of Swords in reverse indicates new start available to you. You're moving on. Yes, it's been difficult, but now is the time for a new beginning. Embrace what is to come. Also, the Ten of Swords can be like an old way of thinking is being left behind. So if you've, for example, just been focusing on love, or been focusing on career, or being a homebody, or been hiding yourself away, you are changing the way that you look at yourself. You're going to respond differently to challenging situations. You're going to realize how attractive you are, how you deserve love, that there is a new start available to you, and you're going to embrace it, okay? So I'm going to pick 3 cards here to see where you may meet this person. Some of you may be feeling compelled to put yourself on a course of learning. You may have booked like whether it's a spiritual group, a spiritual course, or you're deciding to go back to college or back to school or take courses with other people. I definitely see that some of you are changing your life path, changing your soul path, and connecting to something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Some of you may be even going into the legal system, or you may have been doing exams and things like that, and you may be actually following a path that leads you to your person. Okay, so let me just see if I can get a little bit more on that. Can you give me 3 cards? I'm only taking the uprights in this deck, just so you're aware. Thank you so much. The Chariot card, you're on the move. Some of you may even be compelled to relocate, or you may be going through a major transition at this time. You may be moving on to pastures new with regards to your career, or you're taking action in your love life. You're getting yourself out there after a long period of not really focusing on love. The Chariot card is all about movement, but it is also a directional gauge. I'm going to clarify with a 4th card for all of that. Page of Cups. There is new love coming on in. I thought as much, but I just wanted to clarify because the way the energy is coming on in, it's almost like towards the middle of October, I'm getting that you're very independent and you're focusing on yourself. But just after the middle of October, I feel love is coming into the mix for you. So I just wanted to go to a 4th card. The Chariot card is like a directional gauge. Okay, so that does mean you have a choice again. And I do feel like someone from the past popping up. Now, this does not have to be an ex. Retrogrades don't just bring exes back. It can be somebody that you found really cool or attracted to at college, and suddenly there's an invite to a reunion. It could also be that you're deciding to, connect to people that you used to work with, for example. So it doesn't always have to be, an ex. It can be somebody that you flirted with, but it never went anywhere. So it can be a time of returns. But the Chariot card is also a card of vacation or travel. So some of you may have booked yourself on a travel or an event that you have to come out of your usual typical schedule and move forward and meet love, okay? Because I feel like there's movement here for you. You may have felt stagnant for a while, but your love relationship is actually, your love life is actually going to take it up a notch. There's going to be someone entering the mix. A new love is coming on in, okay? We got the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about balance, reciprocal energy. It's all about the exchange. Now, this may be applied to love relationships, of course, but you may have noticed in your own personal life, my beautiful Aquarians, that you've been readdressing the balance across the board, in friendships, in work situations. You've been really looking about value, how you value yourself and your time, because it matters, okay? And whether you are getting a fair exchange. And as you can see, 6 of Pentacles is about getting a fair exchange, but this tends to mean, Spirit is now paying you attention, or the universe is going to send you a sudden surprise opportunity, a gift, okay? An unexpected resource or an unexpected event that comes. You could have an unexpected invite, for example, and suddenly you go to this invite and you're meeting somebody new. So watch out for that, because they're giving me this energy of suddenly, with the moon card there, suddenly there are feelings in the mix. Suddenly you're meeting somebody. And we've got the 9 of Pentacles to show how independent you are, how you're building a life of luxury, how you're focusing on your goals and your dreams, trying to save money. I mean, we're all going through a very difficult time collectively with like inflation and things like that. So saving may be something that is not possible for some, or is difficult for some. And for others, you know, you may be able to put a little bit away. But I feel like the 9 of Pentacles is about being resourceful, being disciplined, being self-reliant. Okay, so I feel like you're still focusing on your finances and trying to enjoy a life of luxury, enjoying your single life. But look who's coming into the mix, the Page of Cups. So there's definitely a love offer coming on in. This person, let me see the energy. This person could have strong Gemini, Virgo. This person could also be Libran. And we've got a little bit Pisces energy here as well. Okay, a little bit of Cancerian energies. This person they're very grounded with earth. They've actually got a little bit of everything. The only thing I would say, this person, they're very passionate, but they don't allow their passion to consume them in a negative way. So for example, this person does not have anger issues. They're very placid. They're very kind. This person that's coming in, this new person, I feel like they may have... They may be a little bit younger than you. It doesn't have to be an age, but it can be spiritually a little bit younger than you. This person does volunteer work. They do a lot of charity work. This person, you could meet this person at a place where you are learning, studious. So even if you go on a vacation, you know, you may go on like a free walking tour, or a tour of some sort of historical place where you're learning about the building or art, and you meet someone in a group like that. So I feel like you're meeting someone where you learn something. And this person, it pops out of nowhere, just like that fish. It's like pops out of nowhere, and there is new love in the mix. So is there a relationship headed your way? The answer is yes. I feel like it doesn't really become a solid relationship until around about November, December time. Okay, I do feel like you have a choice between someone that you already know and someone that's new, that's coming on in. I feel like you will use your intuition to see which one you're guided towards, but the energy that I see here is more that you're going to embrace somebody new. Okay, sorry about that. If you heard that noise, that's that motorcyclist that goes up and down, up and down. They'll probably be back in a little bit. I'm just going to go and get a final card for you. We got Bison Abundance. Okay, now when you think about bison, they all gather together to protect each other. So you're in that energy, my beautiful Aquarians, of focusing on your finances, your abundance, but also protecting your family, protecting your soul tribe. You're in an energy of being resourceful. And it says here, Sacred Buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So I definitely feel like, because your protagonist energy tells me that you are focusing on protecting yourself, your finances, and trying to put yourself in a very good position due to, you know, external circumstances. You're getting really comfortable with uncertainty. You're learning to be able to be flexible with that. And it may not have been your complete focus. Love may not have been your complete focus at this time because of the 2nd and 8th house of influence for you. But there is love coming in for you, okay? I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. Oh, wow. So first trinket we got here is the angel wing. So you're being guided. Your spirit guides are actually influencing your situation. They're moving into the mix in order to guide you to meet this new person. Okay, so watch out for signs. They're actually showing me an image that they were showing me throughout, but it kept going in and out and I couldn't quite get it. But it's become more clear in the water right now. It's one that I said I'll park that for later. It's come back, and it's someone, it's like an etching of initials or a name into wood. They're just showing me, so this could mean that you and this new person, you solidify a relationship because wood represents stability, of course. also that it is written. This is a fated relationship. But I mean, you could be someone who is an artist and be doing wood carvings at this moment as you're listening to this reading. So please take it as it resonates. I'm just seeing, you know, names, or right now I can only see sort of like, I can see an S. It looks like an S, but it could be someone like making, chiseling something. It doesn't have to be an S, because I feel like the person's not finished. And it's being carved in wood. Okay, so I'm going to leave it. There's also a heart carved in wood next to it. Okay, so they want me to put this on the Lover's card. We've also got the two swans putting their heads together to form a heart. So that means gracefully you are going to meet somebody new. They're telling me to pull the card out of the deck. My guys are just saying, pull the card out of the deck. And they're sort of saying here. Okay, I will go to this deck and see what they're on about. But we got the two swans there. So loving, loyal relationship. They want me to put this on the Page of Cups. Okay, I'm just going to go and to pull the card out of the deck. Okay, I'm just seeing, oh. So these are two swans. So I'm guessing it says here, grace. You who glide across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. Okay, so they wanted me to read that card. So it may mean something personally to you, my beautiful Aquarians. I'll leave it like that because they're not showing me how it's relevant to your reading. I feel like whoever you're meeting is actually very intelligent, and they are indicating that this person will influence you in a very positive way. And because the word wisdom is there, I feel like this is you meet someone where you learn something. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Aquarians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Also, they're showing me right now, a large glass globe. A large glass globe. I mean, it could look like a crystal ball, really, but I want to say it's a globe, a glass globe, okay? So they just showed me that in the water. So either you've got one in your hand right now, or you're looking across a room and you can see one, or this is going to be some sort of art display that you view and then you meet your person. So please take it as it resonates. It looks like a very large glass globe. So I will leave it like that, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Aquarians. Love and light.